This video falls under fair use. Fair use allows commentary, criticism, and reactions. What's up, back with another one. Joe Budden reacts to Akademiks and Maino beefing over clothes. Check this clip out.
It's about you people who put different boots on. I thought it was creative. No shade. He's staring at me with the great eyes.
Sure.
Is he looking? Is he looking?
Yeah, you're so stupid.
Is he looking? Okay. Yeah, back to the academic I was talking about. I liked it. I liked the response though, but I want one of y'all to tell me.
Whose response?
I liked what Maino said too.
What happened?
What's the story?
Ak went on his stream and he was talking about Fab wearing a headband.
Right. Okay.
And he was just saying like, you know, that's the equivalent of just sitting there with an Allen Iverson sleeve on and not playing no basketball. Like, you're not doing nothing that requires a headband. Then he was saying for his age, you don't dress age appropriate.
That's not nice.
Did he use the words senior citizen? Okay.
Yeah.
Sidebar. That's
Made it
hilarious.
sound a little more nice than how
It wasn't nice. I'm just. I mean, he was clowning Fab. He was clowning. Yeah, he was clowning.
Yeah. Well, Maino got super offended, and I really liked his response. I really enjoyed people talk shit well. It was long too, but I think my favorite part by far was when he compared their. Maino basically said in so many words that he knows the.
Okay.
He knows the. He's in the streets, and the called Ak chicken nugget. I would like to also say I've heard the same. He said that he is a big dominator. He said something like that.
Dictator.
And, he's a big dictator. And don't talk to him like that. You can't even stand with him. Or
How does that come back to you? Somebody's like news about their being chicken nugget.
With me, because I told this to Joey. I'm the type of person, if my friends say they somebody, the first thing I say is like, how was it? You know what I mean? So, right there. And not to mention, if you fuck somebody like Akademiks, as big as his mouth is, you're going to say something about that being little because it's funny. You know what I mean? Especially his build. He already built like a baby mom. So it's like built like baby mom with this little ass. It's funny as shit. Yes, I'm not a big fan of him. I hope that's not nobody's cousin. I said that with love.
I mean, him and I had one of the biggest shows ever. That's all.
I saw your little show.
We ain't gonna talk.
You made it. You made the show.
We all had a hand in it.
Oh, you with that?
I just don't.
Did you not gather that from the last?
Listen. Do y'all really want to know? Do y'all really want to know for real? When I found out the history of him, like how he started, I was just like, what the f*** will let that fly? Like the reporting on Chicago and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of people that are like not in the streets at all, doing all street content. I just don't get that. Like, you know what I mean? I just feel like you have to be at least adjacent to it to be able to report on it. You know what I mean? In my personal opinion, I don't want to hear from a square that wouldn't even walk through these blocks they discuss every day. I don't. That's my personal opinion.
I don't know if I agree. I think good coverage is good coverage.
How can you cover it good if you don't understand it, never seen it, never been there, never been close to it? How can you cover it well? How?
Would that be the same thing as if you compare like I won't say Stephen A, but someone who's never actually played the sport or someone who's not actually involved in that way, but still able to speak about it in a way that sounds like they know what they're talking about?
No.
You wouldn't
not
able to
at
be the
all.
same?
No. People lose their lives in the street. It's a
Not
different
just that,
thing.
it's a politics that come in the street that if you discussing it from a wide array, you might not understand.
There's a politics that come with everything that you
Not like
You
the
compare
street.
to the sports.
I'm saying, well, she's saying because he's never come from the streets, he's never done any of the things that happen in the streets, he shouldn't be able to report on it. I'm not saying she's right or wrong. I'm just saying, I think if you're a good reporter and you have enough knowledge on how to find out information on something, you can report on it in an honest way, even though you have not experienced it yourself.
I didn't say he shouldn't. I'm just giving you the difference between the streets and sports. I didn't say he can't report on it.
Yeah, the politics of sports is much more widely discussed than the politics of
street stuff.
Illegal enterprises.
Right, because a lot of times what I see
more
is
accurately and openly.
Okay.
Well, a lot of times what I see is people report on the streets, and then it's always this little twang of like disgust almost. Like, you know, they're stupid or it's like you don't understand it enough to even have that opinion. You know what I mean? Like, I don't. This is my personal opinion, especially when people he built his whole off that. I never knew that that's how he started with the reporting on all the drill stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so many people lost their lives in Chicago. It's ground zero for that. That's where, in my opinion, Chicago influenced the country, the world. I listened to drill from Germany. You know what I mean? And it's like real drill music has real crime in it. It's assault and murder in it. So, you know.
The whole idea of people debating clothing choices and age expectations is something that comes up often, and when Akademiks and Maino get involved, the discussion naturally expands.
I feel you. I don't know enough about it to comment though.
See,
you know?
No.
And the reason why I don't,
I'm talking about acts, or like I'm talking about in terms of the Akademiks part of it. I just don't know. I don't know his backstory, so I don't know enough about it.
From what I heard, he was reporting on Chicago stuff, and he renamed them.
He started a series called The War on Chirac, and where he was basically almost on some investigative journalism type, breaking down what was going on in their streets. It was a YouTube series, and it took off, and it's what propelled him to, you know, where he's at. See, my thing with this is,
I don't know if you got to be in the streets to do that.
I don't think you have to be in the streets to do that.
I'm okay with that.
But for a lot of people saying, like, I hear a lot, people say I don't want to hear non-street people talk about street shit. But these same street people are making songs and putting them out there for public consumption.
Right.
So if I hear something like, so I can't speak on any topic that a musician puts out if I don't live it.
No, I wasn't talking about music. I'm talking about the street.
But I'm saying, but this is, a lot of these people were putting this in music. Yeah, they're actively putting details of street in music and putting it out there for people to listen to. These people have gained millions of fans from chronicling their street in music. So for someone to now pick up the breadcrumbs, put the pieces together from that y'all are saying in your music, like, it ain't just Chicago. I can name a couple other cities that's been doing the same thing, where I don't know none of you, but I know what happened. I know who did what with this and that, because y'all put it in your music and put it out.
You know, yeah.
I know more than I should know as a person who's not involved in it.
You should, yeah.
I know way more than I should know for a person that's not involved in it at all.
Right.
And where did that information come from? From them.
Right.
Putting it out.
Artists.
So now, does that make you wrong for taking the information or the music that y'all put out and talking about it?
Well, it's levels, and we talking about a person that built a career off of it.
But at that time, he's just reporting. We speaking on it now because of where it took him. At that time, he was just, hey, this is what's happening. This is what I heard. This is what this was saying. This is what this one is saying, and I'm connecting the dots.
What's up? So what are my thoughts about this? Here's the thing. Whenever a topic like this comes up, especially involving public figures who have very different perspectives on style, culture, and how people evolve over time, it always leads to a wide range of reactions. Some people look at the conversation through the lens of how fashion trends shift, while others view it as a discussion about how individuals express themselves regardless of age. When Joe Budden steps in to break down the exchange between Akademiks and Maino, the conversation becomes less about who is right or wrong and more about how these disagreements reflect broader cultural expectations. The idea that someone should or should not dress a certain way because of their age is something that often sparks debate, and it shows how easily discussions can move from personal opinion to widespread commentary. It is also worth noting that moments like this reveal how quickly a simple comment about clothing can grow into a larger conversation about identity, public image, and how people choose to present themselves. These kinds of discussions tend to circulate because they tap into universal themes about expression and perception. Make sure to drop a comment, smash that like button, and make sure you subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you in the next video.